If you like, you can turn off your camera if that's comfortable for you. And you'll notice a little bit of background noise. That's my dog, Archie. And again, this practice isn't about shutting anything out. It's not about escaping. It's about being with reality and not getting caught up in it. And so whether it's a sound like Archie or a thought, that's all part of our practice. And every time that happens, we can say, oh, okay, there's a thought, there's a sound. I'm going to come back to my intended object of practice, which is the feeling of the body breathing. So let's just start by feeling the body in this space that we've picked for ourselves on this chair or on this cushion. Feeling the feet on the floor. Feeling the full lengths of both feet on the floor. If you're sitting on a chair. If you're sitting on a cushion on the floor, feeling the sides of your feet. Just whatever points are touching the ground. And through that, we're connecting with the earth. Even if we're in a tall building, we're still connecting with the earth. Through the floor, through the floors, through the carpets. And the earth is ultimately what's underneath us. Feeling the space around your body. Again, placing yourself in this room, in this moment. This practice is about the now, what's happening now. The breath is in the now. So feeling the space around us, in front of our body. The space created by the lap. The space behind your back. The space above your head. And as you bring your attention to the breath, maybe start with noticing where the breath comes into your body, the tip of your nose or your nostrils, or if you're breathing through your mouth, your lips. And at that point, the space that's outside of your body comes into your body. And as you exhale, you exchange that space, inner with outer. Each breath is its own unique thing. It will never happen again. It only happens in this moment. And so we're not actually changing the breath with this practice. We're just noticing it, shining the light of awareness on each single individual breath. Like that's the only thing that exists in this moment. Noticing if it's deep or shallow. Noticing how it feels in your chest, the depth of your belly. Noticing if it feels pleasant, flowing, easeful. Noticing if it feels unpleasant, tight, constricted. And again, we're not here to change any part of our experience. We're just here to build a relationship with the present moment experience. And we do so with kindness, with gentleness, with an allowing of ourselves to be present and friends with whatever is happening. And if it helps you to be kind to yourself as you pay attention to your breath, you can place your hand on your heart or maybe where you feel that there might be some tightness in the body. Just anything that helps you to be with the breath, be with yourself. There's so many little microseconds of each breath, little inches of what's happening in your body. And so we can accompany it with our minds, just noticing this breath and this breath. Allowing it to maybe feel good. When we align our mind with our body in the same time, not running around ahead of it or not replaying things in the past, it actually feels good, like a coming home to this body in this moment, a realignment. And so, if that's what's coming up for you, you can allow yourself to enjoy that breath, enjoy that realignment. And then the next breath comes, and we see what that brings. Each one its own. And again, if a thought comes up or a sound or something that seems like a distraction, anything that's not breath, that's okay. That's part of the practice, actually. It's an opportunity to wake up to the fact that your mind is not on the breath and to exercise this muscle of coming home, of coming back to the object of meditation that you've picked, the feeling of the body breathing. So each time that happens, each time you wake up to the mind on a thought, drifting, a story, whatever it might be, we don't have to judge it. We don't have to evaluate it. We don't have to get involved in the thought. We can just say, oh, there's a thought. And then gently come back to this breath. Even if that thought is this great insight, even if the thought is a heavy emotion, we treat all thoughts the same here. A thought is a thought is a thought. We let it float by like a cloud, and we come back to this strong mountain of body breathing. Coming back over and over to this realignment, to this stillness that we are giving ourselves as a gift. It's not about having a perfect practice or a perfectly silent or perfectly still practice. Whatever comes up can be a part of this practice because it's a part of this life, a part of this moment. And so, whatever comes up, we can just acknowledge it and say thank you and let it do its thing, let it pass, and come back to this breath in this body. And seeing if we can do so with a tone and with a ground of kindness, extreme kindness for ourselves. Where's the mind now? Coming back more gently and more deeply into this moment, this breath, this body. Remembering that the moment that you notice that your mind has gone, it's a moment of awakening. Even if your mind has been gone for a long time, it doesn't matter, it's just a thought. As soon as you notice it, you can just gently, gently come back. And we do that over and over again. That's what the practice is. In these last few minutes of our practice, paying special attention to the tone with which you're speaking to yourself as you do this practice, as you come back. Is it with harshness? Is there a scolding or an aggressiveness? Or is it gentle, kind, receiving? How are you speaking to yourself? Thank you for your practice.